Welcome to Crypt Theory, where we go over the paranormal, supernatural, and dark histories of the real world. Let's get into it. All right. Chapters. If you don't want to hear the intro shit, go. You can go ahead and skip to where we start talking about JFK's assassination. But first, I know I said videos all through December. I honestly got burnt out. I'm short on time because of sports and stuff. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to come back and if you were here not for the conspiracy theories but for the cryptids are still coming the first day and the last day of every month, and then conspiracy theories or 2 conspiracy theory videos a month, not on specific dates. But yeah, so the cryptids be first of every month and the last day of every month. So you'll get 2 cryptid videos back-to-back days, and then you'll have 2 videos about conspiracy theories, something, maybe a horror movie, really whatever I feel like I want to do. And thanks for all the support that I've been getting over me not having motivation, time, or any of that. So that's always amazing to me. Thank you so much. But real quick, if you would do me a favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, hit that bell down below, and make sure you comment thoughts, anything I might have missed, tell me. But besides that, let's do the thing and let's get into the video. See you there. All right, today we are talking about the JFK assassination and all the conspiracy theories around it. This is going to be a long one, so buckle your seatbelts. Enjoy the ride. This took me about, I think, 2 weeks to research. A lot of stuff went into this, and all that. We are going to, disclaimer, if CIA, I would, if I have a note or I don't respond back, it's all the government. I would never. Okay. All right. Let's get into the good stuff. On November 22nd, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, the course of American history was forever altered. President John F. Kennedy was shot while riding in a motorcade. Yeah. That's why presidents no longer sit in convertibles. That's why they no longer ride in convertibles. They let that happen once and only once. That's why their cars are armored SUVs now. All because some dude. All because of the CIA, man. Bro. Like, honestly, if you look at it, well, we're going to look at it, it was probably going to happen sooner or later. But we'll get there when we get there. And the nation was plunged into mourning. Officially, the lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald, I'm just going to call him Lee for the rest of the video, was charged with the assassination. But as many major events, there are more to the story than meets the eye. Today, we are exploring the top conspiracy theories surrounding this assassination. Let's get started. The official story, the one that the FBI, CIA, you can find this anywhere, the government put out themselves. The official narrative, according to the Warren Commission, which investigated the assassination, Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. They said they acted alone. He fired 3 shots from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. The shots, according to the commission, killed JFK and wounded Texas Governor John Canale. Oswald was captured, but before he could stand trial. He was killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby, talked about in an anticlimactic end. Okay, so it's interesting. The only guy so that bookstore or the book depository, when I was in Dallas, I decided to go check it out. And I looked at it, and friends looked at it, dad looked at it, and everything, and we were looking, and we were like, he was supposedly inside the bookstore, like the gun wasn't popping out, he wasn't arched over anything, like he wasn't like this, he was like this. To get that angle is nearly impossible. There was also a JFK game trying to prove it wasn't real and simulate it. The closest anybody got was like 80-something% close, not 100%. Which is also interesting. And it's really interesting on how the assassin of JFK gets killed by a nightclub owner. At that end of the night, and them not even catching him, not questioning him or anything. Which is super interesting to see there. But here's where things get good. Many believe that Oswald wasn't a lone wolf, but rather a pasty or scapegoat for a much larger conspiracy. So who could be behind such a heinous act? Let's go into the actual theories compared to what the government legitly said about all this stuff going down. What the report I just read was the official government report of what happened. The first theory is mob connection. Our first thing, mafia. Just from looking in this, but the thing is, the mafia had nothing against JFK. Realistically, the JFK's ideals of getting rid of the CIA and pulling out of that war would have actually, I'm not 100% sure about this, but from looking at it, it probably might have actually helped the mafia or the mob in general. If you think about it, that's less people that have to worry about cross the borders. They won't have to worry about U.S. cross borders on foreign soil dealing with stuff. But you never know. This theory suggests that the mob had a grudge against JFK, the Kennedy administration. He was cracking down on organized crime though, so that might make sense. But some people just don't. I don't know. And thanks to Attorney General Robert Kennedy, JFK's brother, did the mafia decide to take payback on him? Probably not. More likely than not. The mafia, I don't know. I just don't think in general they would take out such a big target like that. I don't think they would take him out. I think they would just figure out ways around it. Instead of taking out such a big target, so they would have such a big hit on their head then, and they would have to deal with the repercussions of that. But I don't know. One of the names that Austin comes up is Carlos Marcella, a notorious mob boss. Marcella reportedly had means and the motive to do this. A 1979 investigation by the House Selected Committee on Assassination concluded that JFK's was likely assassinated as a result of conspiracy and hinted at possible mob involvement. But cue the anonymous music. Am I right? Because if Hollywood taught us anything, the mob is always up to something. I mean, Where's Al Pacino when you need him, man? Like, come on now. Anyways, but for real, you never know. This possibility is kind of there. I really don't see it personally. Some people do actually see it as mob ties, not government ties, but we're about to get into that. The next segment is the CIA and government agencies targeting JFK because they were trying to get rid of him. We have the theory involving CIA. Some believe that the CIA orchestrated the assassination due to JFK's supposed lack of support for covert operations after the Bay of Pigs fiasco, where the CIA's attempt to overthrow Fidel Castro failed miserably. JFK reportedly wanted to dismantle the agency, so did the spooks strike back. As I said earlier, the CIA was not so happy with JFK's choice to fire at them and take pop shots and just pop shots and pop shots and just pop, pop. I don't want this anymore after the Fidel Castro incident. So you never really know. This is the most likely or believed widely story to come out of this, or one of the most believed, which is really interesting but not surprising. It is the government, the United States government. After all, don't come after me, please. Anyways, proponents of this theory point to the Operation Mongoose and other CIA projects aimed at assassinating Castro. If they could plot to kill foreign leaders, why not a sitting president they saw as a threat? Yeah. Just let that sink in. If they're going after Fidel Castro, what makes you think they can't go off a sitting president that's trying to dismantle themselves and blame some Marine or Marine sniper or a marksman? Wasn't a good one. Dishonorable discharge, all 9 bad yards. I mean, hey, this is true. It's like the ultimate workplace revenge story. You're dismantling our department? Oh, no, we'll just dismantle your ass. Yeah. Have fun. Have fun in your little convertible. Yeah. Dude, that's tough. But now, my favorite one. Not the one I believe in the most, but my favorite one. The one I think is interesting, funny, and confusing. The magic bullet. The bippity boppity boo bullet. Let's get into it. Okay. The magic bullet theory, a cornerstone of the lone gunman explanation. The Warren Commission stated that one bullet caused multiple wounds to both JFK and Governor Canale at once. I believe that was the next shot to Canale and somehow hit JFK somewhere. I'm not 100%. I forget where, but I know it was the next shot to Canale that killed him. That's the magic bullet. We can't trust the Warren Commission. Like, let's be real. They're just trying to get away with it. The critics argue that the single bullet's path defies the laws of physics. They even gave it a cool name, though, like magic bullet. I mean, yeah, if you're defying physics, it's it's gonna be a magic bullet for sure. Tell me how a gun defies physics. Please tell me. Like, explain. Explain yourself. Do tell. In due time. Anyways, it's like the bullet had a mind of its own, zigzagging through bodies like it was auditioning for a spot in Circus de la Sol. Personal story, real quick. I absolutely love Circus de la Sol. I bow down to those people. Like, what they do is so cool and so amazing. I only wish. But many people believe this theory is just too far-fetched and points to multiple shooters. With the Warren Commission straight up telling you there's a possibility of a magic bullet, this just makes it even worse. If they never release this, I think not as many people would have hopped on the CIA conspiracy as they did. But since they did, this is a government release. Like, this isn't like, oh no, there must have been a magic bullet somehow. No, like the Warren Commission, the one that wrote the original report, also came out with this. So it didn't help them in any ways. It actually hurt them. If it was the true CIA thing trying to get away with it, without citizens or people like us nowadays trying to figure it out by ourselves. I mean, to be fair, like, this bullet and that shot would have put, I think, Call of Duty trick shot artists to shame today, man. You think your 360 quick scope kill from 1,000 meters away with a sniper is cool? Imagine bouncing a bullet through somebody and hitting somebody else in the neck. Getting a double kill with one bullet. That is impossible. That's one hell of a shot. Now the theory that is honestly it's really just an extension of the CIA. There was proven shots to come out of Lee Harvey Oswald's gun, which, okay, maybe he got a shot off. There were 3 shots fired. 1 missed. I believe he only shot once. Because that gun was shot, it was done, like, the gun test they do. There's gunshot residue on his hands or whatever. Not his hands, but on the gun. Like, the test the forensic science do that say, oh, yes, this gun was shot. It was shot once. They couldn't find any shell casings. I believe it was shot once, and I believe it was the shot that missed. To be able... Because the rifle he had was a bolt action. So he had to up, pull, boom, boom, go again. And I know if any gun nuts are in the comments, I know that was a horrible demonstration. That's just a general demonstration. Please don't come after me. Anyways, so it's the bolt, and then he would have to shoot again. I don't think you can realistically shoot that fast and that accurate with with the gun he had. Because it's very odd. And there was no shell casings either, but there was shown that rifle was shot at least once. So either way, I mean, possibility, but you never know. The next one, the grassy knoll. So that would be the, so if you're in Dallas and JFK was shot in the middle of the street, the knoll is the thing to the left. That would have been the umbrella lady. That would have been the grass area with all the people cheering him on and so on. in there. Many believe the real assassin was positioned here, and Ozod was merely a decoy. The theory gained traction with the famous Zapruder film, which shows JFK's head moving back to the left. So back, left. So that is interesting though. Back and to the left, because that means he got shot, and then he rolled over to the left to the fort. I don't know how dead bodies roll, man. Wish I did. That would be cool. But he shot back first, so that means he was shot from the front, not the back. If he was shot from the back, he would go forwards, just because of how the force was and where he was shot at. So he had to be shot from the front, and the only way Lee Harvey Oswald would have shot him was from the back, not the front. So it's more likely than not. Maybe it's just a misunderstood tourist attraction, you know? Come for the grass, stay for the conspiracy. I'm really glad I did go to Dallas and look around at all this stuff, so I'm not just talking about it. I actually know what it looks like. And if you do go to Dallas, they literally have a spray painted like triangle with an X where JFK was shot at. I don't know if it was where he died or where he was just shot. I'm not sure which one that was, what the X is at, like where he was first shot or where he was notably dead, or so on and so forth. So that's a shorter one. Another connection I know is that umbrella lady. You'll see something in the umbrella you'll see the umbrella lady on the side and one scene, and you won't see her in the next, which is always interesting to look into. But we're gonna get to that soon. So yeah, I'm just like a little connection there. But let's get into number 6, the Cuban connection. The Cuban connection. All right, so sometimes this theory suggests Fidel Castro was behind the assassination. This logic, the CIA had to try to kill him numerous times. He struck back, eliminating JFK. Others argue anti-Castro. Cubans, angry at Kennedy for the Bay of Pigs fiasco, plotted the assassination. So, two sides to this. One, the anti-Castro Cubans were like, well, now you're just going to make our situation worse. So, we're going to kill you for it. The also thing is, you try to kill me, I'm going to kill you. So, it's weird, for sure, and odd, but no, it's completely possible. It is possible and plausible. The next one, I splurged into a little what? The Umbrella Man or Woman. Picture will be on screen. Okay, it's hard to tell if it's a man or woman. It's definitely a skinny dude if it's a dude. This is definitely a skinny guy, relatively skinny guy. In the Zapruder film, the man is seen holding an open umbrella on a sunny day as JFK's motorcade passes. Conspiracy theorists believe that the umbrella was a signal or even a weapon. Weapon, no. Signal, probably. I'm just gonna be honest. when this happened, I don't think the technology was savvy enough to have a gun in the umbrella. So it's like this. He would have to tilt it like this, cock it back, pull it over, and go pop. But it might have been a signal. This is probably one of the most, like, on with the CIA, on with that. Just, this could go with several other ones. Which is always interesting to see and everything like that. Also really interesting to look at and look through. He wasn't signaling assassins. He was making a point about British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain's appeasement policies, but doesn't explain hold water or just is it just a cover up? Oh. You know what? I'm dyslexic. Give me a break. Years later, a man named Louis Stephen Witt came forward, claiming to be the man, and then all that of the policies of Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain. So, this could be one of two things. One, there was another guy, it was just on the opposite side, or two, there's really three options. Two, he's just coming forward because he's like, you know what? I look enough like this guy. I want to get the attention. As most things do. We've seen it with cryptids on here, folks, too. Let's be real. And then there's the CIA covering their asses up once more. That's another possibility. I wouldn't doubt if it's the third one. No, I'm not going to say I wouldn't doubt. It's more than likely. That's a high possibility. And a high probability of that actually happening. So, the next theory. Secret societies. Who doesn't love some secret societies, am I right? Always interesting to me. While these theories are often dismissed as fringe, they add an extra layer of intrigue. After all, secret societies are well known for their secrecy. All right, point taken, moving on. So who knows the things that lurk behind the scenes, what happens behind the scenes, all this stuff when this happens. Hey, you know, maybe they were just upset. JFK forgot to pay his Illuminati dues. I mean, late fees can be a killer, man. In all seriousness, this is just a take of some people that are like, they don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe it. It must have been the Illuminati. People that believe, it's probably a thing. But, come on. Get out of the headspace and go somewhere else, okay? Do something better with your life, okay? Okay. Anyways. I went briefly through all these theories that I thought were really interesting, and the big... Did I do 8 or 9? Hold up. 8 or 9. 8 big 8 theories. So, yeah. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Was Lee Harvey Oswald the lone gunman? JFK's assassination a result of CIA? The Umbrella Man did it. The Umbrella Man was a signal. There was possibilities of you could have, I don't know, it could have been the Cubans. It could have been the Illuminati. It could have been a bullet defying physics. We may never know. But what I do know is I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell down below. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya.